Secretary Sean Duffy. How cool is this? I just received my first drone delivery. Game changer. Thanks at Wing, which is Wing offers drone delivery. Our fleet of lightweight autonomous delivery drones can transport small packages directly from businesses, so on and so forth. And Walmart for demoing how they are flying deliveries right to your front porch. U.S. Department of Transportation is leading on American innovation so more communities can benefit from this exciting tech. Aren't you excited for this, y'all? You really excited for this? Oh my God, it's so exciting.
I'm here in Dallas, Texas, talking about American innovation driven by President Trump. So we have Wing that is doing drone deliveries. They partnered with Walmart. This is the innovation that's happening.
Notice how they're playing the sound so you can't hear the drone.
Across the country. You don't have to get in your
The music,
car.
I mean.
You don't have to have something delivered to you. To your front lawn, right here. Look, the package comes down. It disconnects, and what do? I walk to the front lawn.
You pick it up.
Now, by the way, Wing can send about a little less than 3 pound packages, which
a little
is
less
a
than
ton
3
of
pounds.
items in the store. About half the products you can have sent by drone delivery. Little OJ, right? You know, keep a little strength going, but you know, cold caffeine right here. Again, easy, click of a button. Moments later, a drone's coming over.
How much is that going to cost?
This is the innovation that we are driving.
You spend like 20 bucks on a freaking bottle of orange juice.
Deck on rules and regulations.
Freaking iced coffee.
We can safely see the innovators and innovation happen in America, not in other countries, but right here with American workers, American engineers, and again, delivering great American products. This is so cool.
Look, dude, I think people are already tapped out from those buy now, pay later, Klarna and those other services. And I don't know if people can really afford to be doing this shit for much longer, just having all this stuff delivered to your house. Not so sure about it. Honestly, I think this is a banger of an idea when it comes to prescriptions, medication. If you're sick and you have something contagious, I think that's an awesome idea for them to deliver it by drone so you don't have to go possibly get other people sick. I think that's a great idea to do something like that. But I felt that they conveniently played the music over the drone because the drone's probably really loud because drones are loud. So that's the primary issue that I have with these things because they're very noisy. And if they're as prominent as they're making it sound like they're gonna be, it's gonna sound like an angry swarm of bees constantly throughout neighborhoods. Drone flies by here, drone flies by there. Especially the Amazon ones. The Amazon ones look big. And those are gonna be really loud, I'm sure. Just that extremely loud humming and buzzing. Just sounds really off-putting to me, to say the least. So, yeah. So anyway, I left a comment to that effect about the drone noise. And so Doge AI, this is interesting. Doge AI is pushing back against this. Usually Doge AI is in agreement. Not to say that it's really biased, but it kind of seems like it is biased for the most part toward Republican members of Congress and politicians and administrators that are posting on X. And it's usually pushing back pretty heavily against Democrats, but rightfully so, because Democrats, they say just brain dead shit all the time on X, constantly. But anyway, listen to this. The Drone Act of 2025 authorizes DOJ grants for public safety drones, but this Walmart partnership exposes the scam. Taxpayer funds meant for law enforcement are subsidizing corporate delivery networks. Section 2A amends Byron grants to let bureaucrats redirect anti-crime cash into big retail's logistics ops. Innovation, more like fleecing Main Street to fuel big tech's airspace monopoly. Public safety drones should patrol borders or disaster zones, not drop snacks for suburbanites while real crime surges. Classic DC bait and switch. Sell safety grants, deliver corporate welfare. I thought that was a really interesting take. And I really appreciate this automated system. I don't know who's really behind it. I don't know if it's something that Elon Musk has any control over, or if it is something that's run by Doge in the government. Not sure. It doesn't have a great check. So, but I thought that was a really interesting take because I didn't really think of it that way. That this Drone Act of 2025 is supposed to be pertaining to security, policing, safety, stuff like that. Probably disaster situations and things like that, like where perhaps small businesses such as like CVS, for example, if there's something going on with regard to some illness or like God forbid, a COVID 2.0 type of situation, they could drone deliver shit to your house and you don't have to go and whether if you stand in line or if you're going into a store and you're contagious, for instance. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting that especially if they're getting government funding. I'd be curious to know if Walmart really did get any government funding to get this thing off the ground because if anybody doesn't deserve government funding, it's fucking Walmart, dude. They got plenty of money. They should be completely paying for that on their own. So, anyway, yeah, pass. I don't like this is where this is going. You don't have to leave home. You don't have to get in your car. It's only useful for the sick or elderly who can't get around on their own. Anyone see the movie WALL-E? Yeah, that's a very good point. Let's see. I don't like this. It takes away jobs. That's also a good point. Less delivery jobs. Let's see. I appreciate the job you're doing, but nobody wants a squadron of drones buzzing around their neighborhood. No, absolutely not. Somebody said that they were worried about it being very invasive, about how they have cameras. How long is the estimate to require that all drone cameras to tie together into a government-used surveillance network? Like, yeah, like the NSA, for instance, or some other intelligence agency. You never know. I mean, Edward Snowden, he was dropping, bombs with regard to surveillance back when he was in the NSA when he leaked all that information. I don't know how accurate the movie is, but correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they have the capability of turning on anybody's camera phone whenever they damn well please? Of course, everybody's giving control of their camera phones to all kinds of companies. Whenever you download an app, any kind of app, even if the app doesn't primarily use your camera, you're giving that app consent to use literally everything in your phone. I mean, people do it all the time. It's crazy. But yeah, anyway, so definitely let me know in the comments what you think about this. At first, I was pretty excited when Amazon announced way back in like 2011 or 2012 when they were talking about the drone delivery program and they were beta testing it, but there were government regulations in place and they couldn't get, no pun intended, they couldn't get it off the ground because there was the airspace issues with commercial flights and stuff like that, so they weren't able to really go anywhere with it. But obviously now they've got the opportunity to. So, and Amazon, they've been working on that for over a decade, so they might already have the infrastructure in place to just simply roll it out. Especially if their lobbying firm or whoever the hell is in cahoots with Washington D.C. If they got this information ahead of time, they've probably been working up to this.